The Judgment Day are continuing to tease some interesting direction for the group, so we'll see what's happening there. We'll also check out what's new with Jey Uso, Jade Cargill, Becky Lynch, and more. Let's start things off with this interesting proposal and potential direction for the Judgment Day. The group last made an official addition to the faction way back in September 2022, with the addition of Dominic Mysterio. We see that JD McDonough is heavily hanging around the group in current day, but technically speaking, he hasn't been made an official member quite yet. So he's still on the outside looking in. And even though Rhea Ripley gives JD a hard time about officially joining the group, it doesn't seem like Rhea is completely against the idea of bringing in new faction members, because we can see her actively going after multiple other superstars and trying to recruit them into the faction. It seems like Rhea Ripley would rather have some bigger and more high-profile superstars join the Judgment Day first, instead of JD McDonough. We've seen Rhea Ripley constantly try and recruit Drew McIntyre over the last few weeks. They had their conversation backstage that Seth Rollins caught and brought to everyone's attention. And then Rhea Ripley even distracted Sami Zayn for Drew McIntyre's benefit in that match. Rhea's intentions appear to be very clear. She'll take Drew McIntyre into the Judgment Day in an absolute heartbeat if Drew wanted to join, and she's continuing to try and sweeten the deal to him. So that's one recruitment that Rhea's been working on for several weeks and probably won't stop anytime soon. But Rhea Ripley just gained yet again another big name to her list of potential recruits. She recently approached Seth Rollins about the idea of him joining the Judgment Day, and gave him a sweet offer as well. Rhea said that if Seth Rollins was to join the Judgment Day as World Heavyweight Champion, they'll welcome him in and protect him in his title reign not only for other superstars, but from themselves as well. Rhea claims that if Seth was to join the group, she'll make sure that Damian Priest won't make any cash-in plans on Seth Rollins, and the Judgment Day will instead focus on using that Money in the Bank contract to try to cash in strictly on Roman Reigns, which is a pretty sweet sounding deal, especially to a world champion. The Money in the Bank contract is something that the world champion have to be paranoid about 24/7, especially for Seth Rollins, who takes pride in being a full-time fighting champion that will defend their title anytime and any place. That makes Seth even more of a target for any Money in the Bank contract holder, because Seth will always be tired and banged up in some way at all times. So for Rhea to come along and offer to lift that paranoia off of Seth's shoulders and focus it on someone he can't stand like Roman Reigns is a pretty reasonable deal. Rhea is definitely aiming pretty high with these kind of names that she's trying to recruit. So we'll likely see Rhea Ripley probably try and continue to recruit Seth and Drew over these next few weeks. There's no denying that the power that the Judgment Day has. They have all these titles, all this firepower. They can definitely make the pendulum swing in any direction they want. The only missing piece to the group right now is that World Heavyweight title. And sure, Damian Priest can cash in at the right time and easily win that title. But Rhea's plans are much bigger, and it's pretty much what she revealed to Seth Rollins. Rhea would like to bring the current World Heavyweight Champion right into the group and save Damian's Money in the Bank contract to be used on the undisputed WWE Universal title. If things unfold in that fashion, then the Judgment Day will not only have one, but will have both WWE World titles in their possession. So Rhea is currently thinking much bigger than just cashing in the contract on Seth. And who's the two superstars that Rhea is going after? Well, she's going after Drew and Seth, the two superstars involved with the World Heavyweight title. So maybe Rhea and the Judgment Day are ready to give their services and assistance to whoever accepts first. If Seth accepts Rhea's offer, the Judgment Day will likely help him against Drew McIntyre and continue their plan to get Roman Reigns. But if Drew accepts Rhea's offer, it's possible that the Judgment Day could end up assisting Drew McIntyre with winning the World Heavyweight title. So it's just very interesting that Rhea is having lots of communications with these superstars involved in the world title match. It definitely seems like the Judgment Day could end up having big implications on that title match. Jade Cargill just made her first appearance inside a WWE arena this week for the October 24th edition of NXT. Jade has made several appearances on every single WWE brand so far, but over the last few weeks, she's been making more regular appearances on NXT, potentially hinting at the idea that she will be starting in NXT. All of those prior appearances by Jade Cargill were all quick backstage cameos, but her recent appearance on NXT was probably her biggest appearance to date. Jade Cargill was seen inside the arena keeping a close eye on the NXT Women's title match between Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria. WWE had already teased something going down between Jade and Becky a few weeks ago on Raw, so a lot of fans thought that that was the direction they were heading in. But Lyra did the unthinkable and put an end to Becky Lynch's title reign to become the new NXT Women's Champion. Jade applauded the new champion, but it still seems like Becky was giving Jade a few looks as well. So the obvious direction here is that Jade Cargill will come after the NXT Women's title. But there's still some fans that wonder if Jade could end up coming after Becky Lynch instead. Jade was keeping a close eye on both women and never revealed who she was actually there to really see. So fans still feel like it could go either way. Maybe Jade does come after Lyra and the NXT Women's title in the coming weeks. Or maybe Jade is still focused in on Becky Lynch. Maybe she feels like taking out Becky Lynch is the best way for her to make a name for herself right away in WWE. But then again, so is winning the NXT Women's title. So it's something that could go either way. And considering how Jade Cargill has been presented on WWE television before even stepping foot in the ring, it appears to be a no-brainer that Jade Cargill is most definitely not losing her first few matches in WWE, and will absolutely dominate whoever she crosses the ring from. So it's either Becky or Lyra. It should be a pretty easy win for Jade Cargill. Jey Uso has been completely on his own, away from the bloodline for a few months now, and everything has been running smooth for him. Sure, his tag team reign with Cody Rhodes ended up being much shorter than everyone originally expected, but his success is still up there. It's been reported several times over the last few weeks that everyone has been extremely pleased with Jey's solo run, and how he'll continue to play a key role in WWE television leading up to the big Jimmy vs. Jey match at WrestleMania. Jey also got fans talking this week when he introduced what appears to be a new nickname. While walking into Raw this week, WWE's camera crew caught Jey Uso referring to himself as Poppy Uso, which could be teasing the response to how Rhea Ripley often refers to herself as Mommy. Rhea Ripley originally wanted Jey Uso to join the Judgment Day a few weeks ago, and despite turning down that offer, it seems like Jey still flirts with Rhea Ripley every chance he gets. There's even some pretty insane fan art of Jey Uso and Rhea Ripley together that has gotten responses from both Jey and Rhea in recent weeks. So no one knows if that's leading to another big twist in the story, but it's a new name that Jey is using for himself. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.